A tomb is a large vault where important people are laid to rest. They are heavily associated with certain cultures, like ancient Egypt, but there are tombs all over the world, many of which surrounded by ancient mysteries. KV62 is the tomb of Tutankhamun. His tomb is much smaller than you'd expect for a pharaoh, but radar scanning has recently discovered a hidden chamber within the tomb. Metallic and organic materials were detected within the chamber. The tomb has long been associated with a curse. According to rumor, a tablet was discovered in the tomb, warning people not to disturb it. But that warning was ignored. Within a few years, many involved in examining the tomb died mysteriously. The media soon connected these deaths to the curse. By 1935, newspapers had connected 21 deaths to it. In 410, Rome was sacked by Visigoths. They occupied the city for 3 days before escaping with all the gold they could carry. They were led by King Alaric, who died soon after. According to legend, he was buried with 25 tons of gold. Everyone who knew the location of his tomb was murdered. So if the legend is true, there is over $1 billion in gold still hidden in Alaric's tomb. Italian historians are currently searching for the tomb. 4 years ago, an ancient tomb was discovered in Greece. It's inside a mountain long associated with legends, and its only entrance is guarded by 2 marble sphinxes. 5 skeletons were found inside the tomb, which was built during the 4th century BC. No one knows who these people were, and the tomb was originally thought to be Alexander the Great's, but that's now been ruled out. It likely belonged to a royal family forgotten by history. The tomb's marble floor shows heavy use, as if it was stepped on by thousands of visitors. Qin Shi Huang was the first emperor of China. To suit his position, his tomb is hidden underneath a huge man-made mountain. Also under the mountain, his tomb is guarded by 8,000 statues of imperial soldiers. His actual tomb hasn't yet been excavated, as the Chinese government doesn't believe technology is yet able to take on the task. The tomb is literally surrounded by an underground palace, a palace discovered by local farmers exploring an old well. The emperor believed that the ghosts of his enemies might come for him when he dies. That's why the statues are guarding his tomb. Before he died, he was obsessed with achieving immortality, employing several alchemists. It didn't work though. Greek mythology told of a powerful king able to turn anything into gold just by touching it. He was given this power by the gods after wishing for it. But forgetting his new power, he accidentally turned his daughter into gold. No one really believes this story is true, but he is thought to have been a real person from history. In 1957, a 3,000-year-old tomb was uncovered in Turkey. The excavation team called it King Midas' tomb, as it's a royal tomb built around the time of his death. The tomb is currently thought to be either his or his father's. I'm not sure why they're being so specific about characters from Greek mythology, and there wasn't even any gold found inside the tomb. And the corpse had a normal human skull, which is different from legend, in which he had donkey ears. In Ireland, there is a prehistoric burial mound called Newgrange. For hundreds of years, Newgrange has been featured in Irish folklore as a place of mystery. At one point, it was actually believed to have been built by goblins. The mound was excavated in the late 1700s, and at the time, it was thought to have been built by ancient Egyptians. Some even put forward the idea that Ireland was once a colony in a huge Egyptian empire. The tomb inside the mound was sealed shut for almost 3,000 years. When it was opened, local Irish were afraid it was a gateway to another world. In Barbados, there is a church tomb said to be either home to vampires or haunted by ghosts. In the early 19th century, 3 coffins were sealed inside the tomb. A few years later, the tomb was opened for another dead body to be laid there, but the 3 coffins already in there had been moved. They were all in different positions. This is strange as the lead coffins were hard to move, and the tomb door was so heavy it took 7 people to open. There is wild speculation over how the coffins were moved. Some believe the dead people were vampires who rose from the dead. Others blamed local slaves, saying they did it as a joke. In southern England, there is a several hundred-year-old stone cross built upon an ancient tomb. Much of the cross was destroyed in 1812 when local workmen took the stone blocks for their own buildings. According to legend, the tomb below contains the remains of a local hunter. The hunter died there after getting caught in a snowstorm. Local authorities declared that whoever found and buried his body would inherit his land. This caused the local villagers to desperately look for him, but in the end it was a group of monks who found and buried him. The legend was first recorded in 1630. We can't be sure how old the tomb is, or who it really contains. Teotihuacan is an ancient pre-Aztec city in Mexico. No one knows who built the city. It was discovered by the Aztecs after being long abandoned. Local historians are hoping to find an answer to this question soon though, because underneath a pyramid, 2 large sealed doors have been discovered. The doors haven't yet been opened, but liquid mercury has been detected on the other side of the doors. This makes experts think a royal tomb is on the other side. Discovering a tomb might shine a light on how the city was governed, and why it was ultimately abandoned. Number 1 is an obvious choice. It's the tomb of Genghis Khan. Genghis Khan founded the biggest empire of its time. When Genghis Khan died, his body was buried in a secret location. According to legend, anyone involved with building his tomb was killed, and then the soldiers who killed those people were also killed. This continued for a while until no one knew anything about the tomb. 8 centuries have passed by, and now people are wondering where the tomb is. There is said to be a curse associated with the tomb. Apparently, the ghosts of the slaves who built the tomb will murder anyone who discovers it.